Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Oh, you might be wondering what is on the screen. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the biggest problems with our society today, and it is one of the main sources of all the problems that we face today. A few days ago, I encountered a certain video on YouTube. So it says here, I spent 18 months designing this washroom sign to promote gender equality. And it says here, men to the left, because women are always right. On its face, this message might sound a little weird, even a little derogatory. But then you look at the icons of the two people who are pointing to something. Then you look at the author and everything starts to fall into place. However, I noticed that a lot of the people that were commenting weren't exactly fixating upon the Nazi salute that was displayed and basically the name of the author, but rather on the gender politics that were displayed, saying that, this isn't actually equality, this is misandry and the shifting of power from men to women, and women becoming the oppressors of men, just because of this one dumb message. Now, to be clear, I don't exactly hold this position. I don't think women are always right, it isn't possible, no human being is perfect. Except my girlfriend. But a lot of people take this as some sort of attack against men, and honestly, I can kind of understand where it's coming from, because a lot of media that men usually consume is made to instill in them this fear that they're being attacked by modern day politics. This is the end result of people like the Critical Drinker, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, and Steve Crowder, and so many others that are just like them. I believe this image is a pretty neat encapsulation of our modern society, alongside the comments that are reinforcing this message. A lot of people choose to fixate on rather minor issues, like a joke that was probably made in poor taste, instead of the obvious takeover of fascism and the far right across the world. And this isn't isolated just to this comment section. Look no further than any modern day movie or show that was made by Netflix or Disney or any other company that is trying to be a bit more progressive, or at least it was until a certain orange gorilla showed up. This is a problem that I used to fall for myself, and this has prompted me to start this series to warn other people of the potential dangers that could arise with internet discourse gone completely wrong. I intend to make a video later on that is gonna be a sequel to this one, where I say how certain film critics like the Critical Drinker, Rhetoric, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, Heel vs. Babyface, and probably more are the catalyst for a lot of people falling for the far-right rhetoric, because basically this is what happens. A lot of people find certain discourse on something that they are passionate about, something that they're interested in, and then they start following people that aren't exactly interested in this rhetoric, but rather they are there to push a message, using the passion of the viewer as a conduit to spread their message, injecting their criticism with politically charged statements, straight white men being under attack discourse, and so many more. And some of them aren't even subtle. There are certain people, not naming names, that are explicitly telling you that Hollywood is an evil cabal of Jews that is trying to enslave the world. I don't need to say that this is a very harmful conspiracy theory that is rooted in the belief that the Jews secretly control the world. The very rhetoric that has caused the painter that was referenced in the first video to basically take over Europe and trying to take over the world, while also killing millions of Jews, just because he deemed them as dangerous and at the same time inferior, which is, well, it is a paradox, I know, and this is how the far right works. It works as a paradox, claiming that they are the victims, and at the same time claiming that the people that are oppressing them are inferior. This is how far-right rhetoric goes. And it is very dangerous, especially towards people that are not in the know, because they might be the next ones to fall for this radical conspiracy theory, and I am here to challenge that. I am here to bring balance, to hopefully help at least a few of you to understand that those people do not want what's good for society. They do not want to make the world a better place and take care of the modern day problems that we are facing. No, those people want to push a message, which is pretty ironic because they are claiming that the other side is pushing a message. I started this series because I'm frustrated, because I cannot stand to see those people pushing their rhetorics unchallenged. Well, they're no longer unchallenged. But I figure that, well, far-right rhetoric can never have too much pushback, because it is a legitimate threat to the entire world. It is currently threatening to launch us into the Third World War, and has already plunged the world in a Second World War almost a century ago. I am here to provide the perspective of someone who used to fall for far-right conspiracy theories and systematically debunk everything that it is about. I am sick and tired of seeing these people make a living out of spreading hatred and violence and oppression towards the average folk. And that is why I am here to expose them as grifters and as messengers of fascism. And we all know how we feel about fascism on this channel.